Hey everyone, Calvin here. I hope you're all surviving the corona precautions that are out. And just like you, I also am kind of stuck in limbo here and unable to go out and do some of the more enjoyable things. But in the meantime, I have been trying to occupy myself, and part of that has been making videos. I made a video yesterday. I spent quite a bit of time editing it, and at the end I didn't like it, so I deleted it. But while I was doing that, I did make a video that I did kind of like. It was a short video on how to do a pretty basic skill with a stove that not everybody knows how to use. And so maybe I will continue to do some more videos along those, just like skill shorts that I can do without going into the wild. So if you enjoy it, let me know down below. If you have any suggestions for skills you'd like to see, share those as well. And then also, whatever you're doing to pass the time in this moment of uncertainty, post that below as well. Some of the other things I've been doing, and I'll go ahead and do some quick plugs. I don't do many of them, but it seems to be the thing to do today. But I have been enjoying a couple new books while I've been on this hiatus. One of them is The Free Outside by Jeff Garmire, also known as Legend, about his calendar year Triple Crown. Pretty good read so far. I'm through 2 of the 3 trails so far. The other one I also really enjoyed recently is Thirst by Heather Anish Anderson, and this is about her fastest known time attempt, the PCT, which she currently holds. Also a really great read, definitely for any of the ladies out there. She is a strong person. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Let me know down below. Don't forget to click like, and if you haven't already, subscribe. And take care, keep your hopes up. We'll all make it through this together, and the trail will still be there when it all passes. Alright, so while I'm waiting for the computer to free up some space to make the last video I made, thought I would do a quick demonstration on some skill stuff here. So in this case, I'm going to show you how to light a Whisperlite, light and prime a Whisperlite. This is a question I get a lot in the shop. People are really interested in these stoves, but they've gotten so used to using canister stoves that a lot of people don't really understand how to light one of these. So what you have is the stove itself, the pump, fuel canister, the heat reflector and shield, which I'm not going to do in this demonstration. And then I'm going to show you how I prime it with the denatured alcohol and also a lighter. So the first thing you want to do is to put your fuel pump into your fuel canister. You don't want to do this with the stove attached. There is a tube which lets air in, and then the tube which siphons the fuel up into the canister. You might have to bend that just a little bit to get them to both go in there. It will be fine. And then just screw that on there nice and tightly. Right, then you have a lever there for a valve, and then the fuel line intake. The fuel line itself has a locking mechanism, and you should have a little bit of that thread sticking out of there. That is actually used to clean out the fuel line. And then that's your fuel assembly. So this is basically going to plug into that hole there, and then that will lock in right there. From there, you want to prime the stove. So 15 to 20 pumps or so, depending on how much fuel you have in there. I don't know how much fuel I have, so I'm just going to keep pumping until it's a little bit stiffer. Alright, from this point you would usually let the fuel line open, let a little bit of fuel collect, and then close it off. But again, I use a different technique, and so we'll switch to a closer angle so I can show you how that works. Alright, so you see this little cup here? This is the collecting cup for the fuel for using for prime. And then you can see here, this is the fuel line, which actually goes up into the burner cup and then back down to the jet nozzle. And that's what we're heating up. So in order to get the fuel that's liquid to become a vapor, it has to be heated. So using this little bottle of denatured alcohol, I'm going to carefully pour some in here
Just in case anybody's wondering, yes, I have ventilated my apartment. My windows are open, so you might even hear some background noise. But there we go, got that filled up. And now we're just going to light that, that fuel mixture. So you may not be able to see it because the denatured alcohol does burn very light in color, but there is a blue flame there. So at this point we have to wait a few seconds for that fuel to kind of burn up, and it'll start to kind of bubble and boil in there, and that's normal. And eventually the fuel is going to come up and it's going to burn up through the cup. If you're using a white gas, this is pretty volatile, and you can end up with flames that are a couple feet high. So just know that. Don't crowd over your stove as it's heating up, because it can get a little intense. A big way used to call it a whoomp factor. Alright, so we're going to let that heat up for here just a second, and it takes a few moments. Also be careful because sometimes the fuel can sputter out of the cup a little bit and set anything below it on fire, so I usually like to do this either on a rock or clear the underbrush out before I light the stove. And then right before we're almost to the end of the fuel, which you're getting close to, we're going to go ahead and open the valve here. And if we do this right, you'll hear the hissing. In this case, it didn't automatically light, so go ahead and light that up again there. And that's all there is to it. Should have a nice blue flame. You'll notice it's a little bit quieter than some of the canister stoves. But yeah, that's how you light a Whisperlite. And then to turn it off, we're just going to slowly close the valve and let the remaining fuel burn out. And that is how you prime and light a Whisperlite. Take care, hike on, have a great day.